Got some things I wanted to talk about. It's basically sums up the whole video. You can start watching now. In the background, I don't know, man. I'll find something. Can't really use 14 anymore, as I barely do anything in that game anymore. The devs just won't let me. They've gone out of their way to make it unplayable for my kind, so screw you, Square. But I'm sure I'll find something. No, but there's a couple of things I wanted to talk about. Not sure how long this video will be. So you should probably pause the video, take a piss, get something to eat and drink, cause this may be a long one. First, let me talk about something from a while back. I don't think I talked about it. I know according to some people I'm not allowed to talk about it because I'm not involved, so by making videos the stuff we're rage baiting to get views. But I guess that's something I can talk about later, in this video. So there was this whole noise a while back about Steam and people accusing them of having a monopoly and so on. And I'm no business analyst, specialist, or whatever, but I remember giggling like a little schoolgirl when I read that. First of all, these business people not knowing what a monopoly is. I don't remember exactly what they said, but it was the monopoly. Let me explain why I think Steam is doing so well. And I want all of y'all in game development sphere to listen closely. This is from the perspective of a customer. The people that keep your lights on. It's not hard to crush you when they either do nothing or something that is at least makes us think that they care about us. Meanwhile, you, their competition, clearly aren't even trying, because all you do is anti-consumer stuff. It's easy to win when your competition isn't even trying to compete. Steam is a business, so they probably don't care about us. Let's be honest here. And this is coming from someone with a lot of respect for Mr. Newell. The only reason why we got Steam refund is not because Lord Gaben is some valiant warrior and defender of good. It's because I think it was Australia, could have been Austria, those two countries are very similar names, threatened to sue Steam for not having it. They do what they do because it's good business. They do as well as they do because they're not consistently taking a dump down their customers' throats and telling them to swallow like the good little money bags that they are. They are probably, at least in the PC sphere, or I guess it's the gay box is a thing now. But primarily in the PC sphere, one of the companies that at least pretend to be pro-consumer. The one light in this world of filth. Instead of complaining about it, try to compete. By complaining and throwing temper tantrums, you just pushed more people away from you and towards Steam. They do good things for us, not because they want to, but it's because it's good business. Keep the consumers happy. Keep the consumer coming back. Meanwhile, let's say Epic Games Store, their attempt to compete was to pay developers to keep their games Epic exclusives for a year. Pissing consumers off. And since they already have a good relationship with Steam, a lot of people just waited. And as a result, they had a negative experience with Epic, less likely to use them in the future. I believe that the only good thing that Epic has done, at least in my experience. Apparently the split is better. Developers supposedly get more cash from sales on Epic than they do on Steam. Problem is that cash probably goes to some suits on top that barely know what a game is. I may be sliding off topic here. What I'm trying to say is, not all PR is good PR. I know some morons keep saying that it is, but it's not. When people see you, instead of, competing, you throw temper tantrums and try to sue them. Sue the company that is actually doing good. People just think you're a child telling on your siblings, when in reality you kinda caused it yourself. Being seen like this is not good PR. When I saw this, all I could think was, they don't want to compete. And instead they try to sue Steam so that they won't be able to compete as well as they do. You challenged your sibling to a race. They crush you because you didn't try. And you ran off to your mother and were whining and crying, hoping that mom would punish them for not letting you win. I'm not a PR guy, but I am a so-called consumer. And I know what I think when I see that kind of shit. Not a company I want to support. The analogy happened a lot to me as a child. My quote-unquote mother always took action and beat my ass. Middle child and all that, big brother, little sister. Always had to lose on purpose to avoid an ass beating. Mainly my brother, really. Spoiled child. Like, suing your competition for getting a monopoly is not a good idea, is basically what I'm trying to say. How about you get your shit together and give people a reason to use you and not your competition? Just an idea. Let's talk about the thing I mentioned earlier. So I don't want to mention any names, as they are a much bigger creator than me. And I wouldn't want to piss off the fanboys. I do not have the energy to deal with that crap. But I got recommended a video a while back where someone was talking about making videos and stuff on things they're not involved in, calling it rage baiting for cheap views. Now I guess I'm kinda guilty of this. I made a video on the downfall of VShojo, and apparently, according to this person, I wasn't allowed to have an opinion on that. I wasn't allowed to talk about it. I wasn't allowed to make a video on it, because I'm not a VTuber, nor was I a member of VShojo. And according to them, I just wanted to take advantage of it for cheap views. I'm pretty sure that video got fuck all views. My videos usually don't. But I don't know, man. It sounds like the opinion of an idiot to me. I may not be a VTuber, as I don't have like $9,000 to blow on that. Nor do I have the talent to make my own model. But I watch VTubers sometimes. Why do you think I should be allowed to air my opinions on that base of that? Well, ignoring the human right to have an opinion and saying your opinion on things. It was just something that I wanted to do my part in spreading. Right? After I found out about that, a devil went through me and I wanted to see that company burn. I wanted the talent to be okay, which, you know, kind of justifies the whole, you should probably leave, don't worry about it, your viewers will follow you. You know, part of that video. But after I found out about that, I wanted VShojo, the company, the suits, and I think it was Gun Run, the C word. I wanted them to spend the rest of their lives up to their necks in cow shit. And I wanted to spread that. Let me take you back to the mid-90s. And I am about to piss off a lot of Europeans. Back in the mid-90s, I was a huge fan of Manchester United. These days I couldn't really care less, as I find football, or soccer, because apparently hand-egg is more football than the sport where there's restrictions on any other body parts. And now I'm pissing off the Americans. Good for me. I find it to be a very boring sport to watch, as I feel they don't really play the game. I watch like 20 grown-ass people rolling around on the grass pretending to be injured for 90 minutes plus overtime. Not what I queue into football matches, soccer, to watch. But back in my childhood, huge fan. You know, back when Solskjaer was a player. You know, Andy Cole, Paul Scholes, David Beckham, the French dude whose name I'm about to butcher, Eric Cantona, Gary Neville, was about to say Ryan Giggs, but I'm pretty sure he played for them from his teenage years to his retirement. I didn't really say anything. I also was about to say Alan Shearer, but I think he played for Newcastle. What am I talking about? I watched football, soccer, when I was, but I was not a pro player. Just like I occasionally watch VTubers, but I'm not one. And trust me, if any of the dudes I mentioned were caught like being into children or something, I would have an opinion. And I feel that I should be allowed to let people know my opinion, even though I'm not an athlete. Me not being allowed to have an opinion and airing that opinion because I'm not balls deep in it is, in my opinion, the opinions of a fucking idiot. None of my videos get any views. YouTube doesn't give enough of a crap to promote them. I can almost promise you that video got no views. But I'm rage baiting sheep meat. But I really do feel that I shouldn't have to be balls deep into something before I'm allowed to have an opinion and talk about it. I'm not a politician, but I still think I should have the right to have an opinion and call out corrupt politicians. I'm not a game dev, but I feel I have the fucking right to have an opinion on the absolute garbage state of video games. Because I'm sure playing a lot of video games, pretty much my whole life, will not be enough for this person to graciously allow me to have an opinion. I'm not a member of PETA, but I reserve the right to shit on that joke of a company as much as I fucking feel like it. Like, whoever that was, I know who it was, I'm not gonna say it, you can feel free to actually fuck off. That's simple. The Digimon theories that I started won't be continuing. Why? Well, I try not to focus too much on views here on YouTube, as yeah, it would probably kill it for me. I came back to YouTube to have something to do. But I realized that I have to pay for my editing software and Photoshop. Yes, I have access to Photoshop, but I'm terrible at it. And I don't have the imagination to come up with thumbnails, so I'm struggling a little bit to utilize it. So I would like to get to a point where YouTube paid for the Adobe stuff. Because the thing is, there's this studio site and it show you a bunch of stuff, and I had to enter it a while back. I think I don't remember why, but I think I was uploading a video and my computer rebooted, started updating without my permission, thanks Windows. If the penguin played better with anti-cheat, I would throw this 11 crap out the window. And I had to go in there to finish the whole scheduling and like setting up the time I want the video to go public. The upload process was done. It was like processing or something like that. And yeah, like I go there and just right where I was looking, trying to avoid seeing the 0 views, there was 0 views on that Digimon video, the first one I think it was. I rarely go there, so like I didn't know where things would be, and like, hey, this place makes sense, I can see the button that I want to push, I think it pops up here somewhere, and then big fat 0 on a video that was almost a week old. And I don't know if I can have that. To stop at least losing money on this, I need to be more selective and not spend too much time on things that no one gives a crap about. It's fine, no problem, not forcing you to do anything. I can finish the game on my own. But I'll have to reluctantly stop doing the things that I want to do and start doing more or less the same thing as everyone else does. I just need to convince YouTube to promote things so I can get the watch minutes I need to monetize, so it can at least cover Adobe. If I could ask for way more than I deserve, I wouldn't mind YouTube covering the Adobe thing and me having a little bit left over so I could shove it into a savings account. You know, just if something breaks, I can replace that faster and without screwing myself over financially for the rest of the year. You know, I could use that cash to at least offset like the first payment or something, because I need like a payment plan on that kind of stuff. Hopefully there's some way to activate that without setting up so people can start sending me cash. I don't want your hard-earned cash. If you have cash burning a hole in your pocket, I'd rather you either putting that into a savings account, or because you know that can't save your ass, or spend it on someone worth it. As it's been proven to me repeatedly, pretty much my whole life, I'm not. But like, in like a 1-hour video, if I could try to slot in like an ad around like the 30-minute mark, you know, something like that. So, this will be a Saturday video. I'm recording this on December 30th. It'll probably be my first 2026 video, so I guess it's a plan for 2026. Smaller channels. Like, for anyone that thinks that, oh yeah, you should just like upload more. Smaller channels tend to get banned for spamming if they upload videos too often. Good job, YouTube. So I probably won't be uploading more than I do. But I am thinking about like keeping Tuesdays for the things that I want to do. Thursdays for things that are popular. And you know, the
things that you want to do.
Saturdays, I was thinking splitting it between these kind of videos. and react videos. That is from the looks meta. YouTube pushes react videos more than the original videos that they react to. Now I'm not sure how to do this, as I feel like it's stealing content. I still feel bad for the finale of Alan Wake 2, even though I feel like I did plenty to promote the channel I nabbed it from. I even feel like I used too much of Austin John's video when I talked about cheating in CA or AC or whatever. I'm also worried that it may require me using a face cam, which I am so not comfortable with. But like, if I can find some way to do it, I'll be willing to give it a shot. Maybe like older videos, because I believe I read somewhere that like after like a month or something a video is effectively dead. So you know, you can find some interesting older videos I can react to. I don't know. The thing is, it seems to get anywhere on YouTube. You either need to be entertaining, which I'm not, meta the shit out of the system, which I don't really want to, or be a VTuber, which we've already established I can't afford nor have the talent to do myself. Or I guess be attractive. Or have tits. Does man boobs count? Got a rocking set of those. Probably not. I would like to like branch out and do like interesting things, but I just don't have the means to do any other kind of video. I just don't have the means to make anything else than these kind of videos. I can't go to a haunted house. I don't think there's any around here. Look, I've lived in this house for like 13 years. This house was built in the 1930s. It survived the World War II. Someone died in this house. My uncle died in this house. And after 13 years of living here, I have no reasons to believe that there's anything weird going on. So, that's out of the question. Obviously would like to do it, but it's out of the question. I can't go to things like festivals and vlog like cool things because I live out in the middle of nowhere. In Norway, we're not worthy of having those things. I would have to go to like a big city, and that's not something I can just do. I legit believe, given the cards I was handed at birth, this is my max potential. I don't think there's any other type of video that I can make. I don't want to start focusing on like one game. I'm sure I could get some views if I started focusing purely on, I don't know, is Fortnite still popular? Is Minecraft still popular? Back in the day, that was how everyone did that. It just fucking rained views on those. Well, Minecraft's out of the question. It seems content creators who focus on Minecraft appear to like children a bit too much and in the wrong way. You picking up what I stepped in? Because I don't want to say it. Like, I'm not gonna get like crowded in with those freaks. But also, another danger of doing that, I think it was Duncan from Yogscast that mentioned that if he uploaded anything that wasn't Minecraft, no one would watch it. Now you could obviously question yourself, is Yogscast no views the same as guy sitting in his living room? No views? Probably not. but effectively his viewers were holding his career hostage. Which is sure as shit not something I'm gonna let just happen. Even though, you know, someone like me would probably kill for his version of no views. You know, like, I'm not gonna let that happen. I wanna do varied games. I would like viewers that like a variety of games. I go out of my way to tell YouTube my videos aren't meant for kids. I'm Norwegian. A weak Norwegian could make the most hardcore of sailors blush with our language. I don't need some iPad kids' parents shouting at me for teaching their kids naughty words. First of all, those who still do that, fuck off. I'm not your kid's babysitter. Raise your own damn kid. But I go through way too much effort to be locked into making Minecraft or Fortnite footage. Like, it's just not good for my mental health, and my life already wears me down enough as it is. I woke up this morning. Afternoon. It was morning for me, shut up. I stayed on the couch. Yes, I sleep on the couch. I stayed there for multiple hours. Normally, I might like chill for like an hour, hour and a half, but I just stayed there for like 5 or 6 hours just thinking, should I just, you know, cause I'm done, I'm tired. Should I just find a really short pier and go for a very long walk? Get a rope and find an ominous looking tree, cause fuck, I'm sick of everything. Or do I spend energy on once again trying to fix things? Just to, I'm sure, watch everything burn again. Maybe that's what inspired this video. I don't know, man. I don't pay attention to that stuff anymore. I just kind of do things. But I am so tired all the time. But yeah, I'm willing to give this a shot. It should be fine. Like, it works, at least from, you know, the beginning. It kind of works. I think I've settled on the game that will replace Digimon, and it's another newer Digimon game. People keep talking about it. It may be popular enough for people to want to watch, and I still get to sate my appetite for experiencing a franchise that I fell out of. Like a good 2/3 of my life ago. Maybe Cyber Sleuth was just too old. Or whatever. But I'll look into the React if there's some way I can do that without feeling bad about stealing content, and hopefully figure out a way to do it without my face on screen. And then we'll just see what happens. If it doesn't work, I got nothing to lose. I can stop making videos again, like no one will notice. Just reminding myself of the old joke. If you think no one cares, if you just disappeared one day, just wait for the tax people to realize you don't pay taxes anymore. They will show you that they care.